want Chinese chicken? Have a drumstick and your starts kicking. Watching X-Files with no lights on? Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's the first thing people are going to see on YouTube. Oh, man, I love it.
We're already up to a great start.
The best start.
New kids on the block. Had a lot of kids.
And welcome back to another episode of the WRK podcast, where we ask the questions by the end of the day. Who really knows? As always, I'm your host, AJ, here with my good friends Dylan and Michael.
Oh,
howdy. Yeah. And once again, I ran into him randomly today, and he is back again for some more WRK action. It's my boy, my former roommate, Alex.
How you doing, guys?
Yeah, you can follow him at Alileo_ on Twitter. And yeah, after you do that, or before you do that, rather, I mean, you're a fan of the show, not a fan of him, hit up our Twitter, WRK Pod, at WRK Pod. And hit up our Instagram at WRK Podcast. You can find links to everything you need to find to support the show on www.wrkpodcast.com. And yeah, I spent like a whole 2 hours working on that website, so you better go check it out and follow the links. There's a picture of me and Dylan shirtless. Michael's wearing a shirt. I'm pretty sure Michael's wearing a shirt.
Yeah.
Think you're half naked.
I can take it off if you pay us.
Yeah, I mean, and and speaking of paying us, you want to pay us, you want to help support the show even further, hit up patreon.com/WRKpod, where we will be hopefully putting up 30-minute episodes, if not more, longer, frequently if people start checking them out. So, you're a fan of the show that,
Help us help you.
Australian Book Club, we're looking at you, girls. all you 40-year-old Australian women that like to watch our show on Tuesdays.
We love all of our Australian bitches, dude.
We love all our bitches, male and female. But just go support the show in any way you can. We're working towards getting some sponsors so we don't have to ask you for money. But until we get to that point, we gonna ask you for some for some income.
Just a little bit.
But yeah, we're gonna jump into this spicy, juicy Meat Boy episode after some groovy lo-fi beats. All right, gentlemen, here we are again. What was it? A year and a half ago since our last congressional recess? Was that? How long ago? I'm pretty sure it was a year and a half ago.
I don't think I've had recess since like 5th grade, bro.
It was when you were. When did you move back from Minnesota? Like a year and a half ago?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was like a year and a half ago was the last congressional. Same Congress.
Yeah.
Same elected officials taking another vacation.
Damn.
But this time is during they don't get to do it anymore as of today, but they tried to during a global health pandemic where people don't have jobs or houses anymore.
How long is the recess?
It was supposed to be from August 15th until September 14th, 12th, or the 14th. It's either the Friday, I think it's the Monday. It's either the 12th or the 14th. I don't remember. But yeah, it was a solid 30-ish days flat.
Damn.
I don't remember the April, June, past September, blah, 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 fuck your fingers thing. I never learned that.
I'm just glad I have fingers.
Yeah, me too.
Wait.
Just spent a lot of time on a quickie saw, dude.
Sorry, I just came back from fucking with this guy over here. So you're saying what? Last time?
Yeah. We're 2 minutes in. You're fucking with guys already? Holy shit!
See, what were you saying about the 30 days?
They're trying to take a 30-day recess because they can't. Oh man, Stephen fell over.
He was falling over, and I tried to
Steve
put him up, and
Jr.
he fell over the opposite way.
Our little
his
devil
hip bones,
skeleton
man. His
buddy.
hip bones aren't fucking secure.
So
Ain't got no-
I got that for $1 at
He
Walmart.
ain't got
so
no
don't
meat on
expect
his
a
bones,
lot.
bro.
Great fucking buy.
Damn, that skeleton is thick.
We walked in the fucking day after Halloween, and I was like, I want that.
Dude, so they were saying they're trying to do it for the rest of the summer. I thought they were talking about trying to do it longer or something like that.
It was
I don't
gonna
know.
end like the second Monday of September. I believe is what.
Yeah, but it probably end fucking November 5th.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it only gives them fucking month and a half before a presidential election to be Congress. Like,
To
Yeah.
actually do something, which
Yeah.
I mean, like the past 4 Congresses have not, other than the Affordable Care Act, which I mean is significant in a way.
hey, they legalized gay marriage, okay?
I mean, that is probably the best
Way
thing that's-
too late, but
No, of
but,
course, man.
yeah.
It should have been fucking legal ages ago.
So,
Jesus Christ.
so they're talking about doing this, and it's like this is like, during when people are going to be losing their shit, you
Right.
know.
they're talking about more people being evicted through just the pandemic than were evicted in 2009 during the
Crisis or
crisis.
whatever.
Yeah,
Technical difficulty.
it's only on our end. It's fine.
Yikes.
But yeah, it's. There we go. Oh, maybe. Yep. You good,
Deal.
Bill?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
It's weird. I need to get a new fucking thing for that.
Donate
That
to the
thing's getting
Patreon,
shot.
please.
It's like we're not trying to ask you for money to make us rich. Like we're just trying to stop having technical difficulties. Okay.
Well, it's only on our end that we hear that. That's just the splitter for the headphones, but yeah, it's just because me and Dylan have the same pair. I don't. Did you guys get that at all? Did you
Yeah,
did you
I was
hear
hearing
any
it.
of that?
I was hearing it.
Yeah, it's because me and Dylan have the same exact pair, and they have to be plugged in exactly across from each other. Me and Dylan found that out the hard way while you were in Minnesota.
We used to have a lot of problems.
but that was back
I
on the
still have a lot of
back in the
problems.
Twitch days.
Mm-hmm.
Watch.
But yeah, no, they're trying to take a recess, and they're expecting more people to get evicted from their houses and apartments through foreclosure or eviction than they did in 2009. Like in just California, there were more people unable to pay their mortgages and rent than in the last month than they had in 2009 for evictions. And
Right, but like, if you couldn't get the unemployment, why would you look for a new job?
well, the thing is, we look at it from being where we are, where it's safe, where there's a lot of employment, a lot of jobs. But in places like LA County and stuff like that, it's not not the same.
You need
Like,
to have
it's
a
like-
4-year degree to work at the Burger King. Yeah.
like in huge metropolitan area. Like that's where like I knew it was going to come up, so I put it down. Like my notes are in my phone, and I'm not even going to look at them because they're in my brain. But I was like, I knew it was going to come up because I thought the same fucking thing too. Where I was like, how is unemployment still that bad? It's just because it's those areas where they can't even open like low level jobs like restaurants, shit like they can't do anything. And
there's still a lot of places that are like actually shut down completely.
Like lockdown.
Yeah, lockdown. I mean, because we came out of that we probably came out of that 2 months ago now, maybe a month and a half, where we were able to start opening shit up. I mean, restaurants and bars guaranteed they still sort of quote unquote have to do the 50% like
See, I mean, I
social
don't know.
distancing and capacity and everything, but
Keeps jobs.
When I was in Minnesota,
people are going to be getting the COVIDs, but
there was tons of jobs up in Minnesota.
yeah, right. That's
But
what
but a
we're
big
talking
city
about
metropolitan-
population wise.
Yeah,
like
the
when-
Twin Cities has quite a bit of population.
nothing compared to like.
I mean,
LA
they're still
County.
shut
I
down.
understand
I
that.
have a really, my best friend works up in the music industry up there, and like
Right.
live music is probably the last thing to come back. But she up there, she's going to be out of a job until probably mid to late 2020.
Right, but you can't just bank on being a musician for a job, though.
No, she's not. She actually,
okay.
she's a back of house like venue worker. Like she helps run the show and everything like that. But I mean,
She's a producer, basically.
Right.
yeah, a production of the
For,
show
for a
and-
large venue.
Yeah, she works for the biggest music or promotion company up in the Twin Cities. But I mean, this is happening everywhere too, and it's I don't know. I mean, I don't know. All I have to say is they need to get their shit together and pass the right shit to keep people alive at this point, because millions of people still are without a job, still, behind on their mortgage payments, still behind on their loan payments.
Why do you got to pass shit if you just, I don't know. Just from personal experience, I have not worn a mask this whole time. I have not been sick.
But
I just don't understand why is everything closed.
I mean,
that's my big thing.
We live
in
in a less dense population. I mean, I'm sure in a more dense population,
population, like microscopic.
I understand that, but I mean, there's people that have been that I have. I don't know. It's just weird to me.
Who really knows?
I've known people that have gotten sick too, and I was working with them the day before they tested positive.
Right. It just feels to me like it's just some
part of a plan, possibly. You never know.
That's exactly.
It could be a corporate takeover. The CARES Act looks like a corporate fucking takeover, and that's where the fucking. What were we talking about? What was I talking to you about before you found out you lost your keys? The real three branches of government. It's corporate, military, and Hollywood.
Yeah, exactly.
I almost had to look it back up because I almost forgot. But
exactly. Yeah.
Fucking corporate.
I was gonna say, I think I know this one, but I'm gonna butcher it. I know you've said it plenty of times.
Corporate, military, and Hollywood, man. It's.
Oh, hello, Emma. We need you to find the Peppers commercial video for us quick. Sorry, AJ. I'll let you continue. We just need you to go on the page and find the
server page.
The server page and find the commercial and then post the link into the chat, please. Thank you.
And thank you.
All right, let's keep
don't
going.
come back until you find it. But yeah, no, it's just like the CARES Act literally looked like corporate takeover. It's everyone got $1,200 that paid their taxes last year, but fucking like major corporations got $4 trillion. Like it was an upfront bit. Like in 2009, they bailed out the banks after they collapsed. This time they bailed out the banks before they collapsed, and they bailed out the corporations before they collapsed.
Right.
It was like, we're not going through that again. But now we're like, they didn't avoid what was inevitable.
Like
people are getting kicked out of their houses and out of their jobs.
It's like the first time when Bernie's like advocating for like the first like 1,200, and everyone's like calling him fucking genius and like, oh my god, thank you. And it's like, no, he's just the guy who gets to say that, so everyone doesn't freak the fuck out about how shitty shit is actually going to get. Like, I mean,
so do you think the money that they're giving us, we're going to be taxed on?
No. You
got your taxes back.
The way it works is.
So is that a gift from the government? Technically, you get taxed for gifts.
What happened in the 80s too?
It's Jerome Powell. Shout out Jay Powell. Thanks for keeping the economy alive. It's Jerome. I mean, the Fed is literally printing money to like keep the American economy afloat.
Right, because it's been then that's why silver and gold is fucking gone.
Exactly, because when the value of the dollar drops, silver and gold rise. So if you're smart in the stock market right now, you're dropping into precious metals. However,
copper's the cheapest one.
As far as us goes right now, we might not be paying for it, but our children and our children's children will be paying taxes to deplete the debt and inflation that is happening right now.
I think the proper term is levy the debt.
Yeah, levy the debt. You're right. Thank you.
But you're welcome. I've never taken an economics course, but
I don't know.
I did watch a seminar one time.
You had to have taken economics in high school.
Well, yeah, in fucking high school.
I did not take
that
economics.
Doesn't count. High school economics. Our fucking year-end project was make a commercial for cereal.
Damn it! I aced economics in high school. Now I'm sad.
And our economics teacher was a
nothing.
pedophile, wasn't he not? Didn't
What?
he end up marrying?
You went to a different school than me and Dylan.
In high school?
Oh, in high school?
Wait,
Wow.
which teacher are you talking about?
Divig. Didn't he marry? Isn't he like married to some girl that we went to high school with?
I know. Supposedly, he liked to, every year would donate.
He would definitely. Like, he was accused of grooming girls.
Yeah, dude, he's married to a girl that we went to high school with.
Apparently he showed up to a lot of high school parties. So.
Hey guys, and he's just in his speed up.
It's a weird looking man. I don't know. I don't know if they have daddy issues. Not girls, but guys too. You never know who's getting with too. But that's a weird situation.
Call me Mr. Diamond.
Bro, I was in jail with Flaherty.
Yeah, I know that.
Dude, that's fucking
That's
weird.
fucking hilarious.
That's weird.
My marketing teacher.
You're
You
like,
marketed yourself right into a fucking cell number, bro.
that's funny as hell. That guy.
He worked for my dad, like way back before I was born.
Damn. It's a small ass world.
He gave me an A just because he worked for my dad, I think.
Yeah. Was that the computer class and shit?
I took marketing with him, and basically he would come into school drunk, and we'd watch The Apprentice, and he'd be like, "Everybody gets an A." Yeah. Then we took the final, and I aced
Dude,
it. And
I
was
remember
like,
those classes where we just watched like shit like that and Shark Tank like a lot, and I was like,
Love Shark
I was
Tank.
like, I'm glad that we're doing this, but like, I feel like we could be learning actual things here. You know, like I feel like we could be learning something.
the only
right
thing
now.
I learned
Nothing
from
lost on there.
the marketing class was the different colors, how they subconsciously
Like-
for your brand react towards a person,
like
and
McDonald's
why a
being
lot
red
of
and yellow and
a lot of
shit,
people
yeah.
like use blue and purple in their branding, and red is like more aggressive and shit like that.
I use
That's the
black.
only thing that we learned, and other than that, we watched The Apprentice. it was that one lesson, and then The Apprentice.
I think about
we had a book that was
Dude,
thicker than my
yeah.
dick is wide, and we learned that one lesson and watched The Apprentice, dude.
He knew Donald Trump was gonna be the president, bro.
Dude,
yeah.
it just came out the other day through an leaked email that Bill Clinton wanted him to run as a Democrat before Hillary was going to run as a Democrat.
Damn.
And then he ran as a Republican instead. It's fucking, dude.
Because he knows
the
Republicans are
last
fucking
like
dumb.
5 years of our lives is such a shit show that if this isn't an animation, I'm fucking high.
An animation or a simulation? Or
Both. Yeah, I mean both.
Yeah, it's
But,
South
like-
Park.
I mean, if our life is an animation, it's some pretty good graphics.
Aliens are like living in a 4K world,
They're just-
and we're
they're
just
just
like
fucking
living
sitting
in
there.
like 1080p.
The
That's why
Anunnaki
that's
are
why I
like-
need glasses, because my fucking shit sucks. But
The Anunnaki are just like, yeah, we got what we needed from that planet. Let's just sit back and watch.
oh yeah, like the South Park, where it's like we're the universe's greatest TV show, but
Yeah.
we're about to be canceled. So
100%.
yeah, I don't know though. With this break going on, dude, I'm the only thing I see it leading us closer to is rebellion.
More rebellion.
I've been
More
more
rebellion.
rebellion.
People lose all their houses
Yeah.
and their everything.
What do you
they
got
have.
to lose?
Shit.
You start realizing, hey, I guess really I took for granted having my fancy shit, my marble fucking countertop, my Xbox. Now I don't really have anything. So, and I'm like, I guess I don't really need that stuff. But my government really fucked me over. Like, I'm gonna grab a samurai
That's where
sword.
we need to aim the revolt at the right people.
Yeah.
It can't be riots in the streets. It has to be fucking protests and riots outside of your senator's house.
No,
Right.
we need to fucking. When everybody was gonna fucking, do the Area 51 or whatever.
Dude, I just thought about
Storm
that
in
today.
51.
We
I
need to
just thought about that
Storm
today.
the IRS.
Yeah.
Storm the
shit.
Vatican.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
All that shit.
Dude, if we storm the Vatican,
they're
we're gonna
gonna-
find kids, bro. I swear to God.
They're gonna storm the IRS and realize what we talk about on the show all the time is we don't pay our taxes to the American government. We pay our taxes to what's called the INF, which is owned
INF.
by the fucking Bank of London.
Yep.
So yeah,
Pay
we
it to the Queen.
freed ourselves from fucking England, but we still fucking pay taxes to them. Where's our taxation without representation? Where's that?
I'm about to dump out all the tea I have in my house right now. This is bullshit.
About to brew a bunch of tea.
See,
just
I don't-
fucking.
Dump
I'm
it.
a coffee
Oh.
guy because of that.
I was thinking like the
John
fucking,
Wayne style,
the-
straight black.
I was thinking like the drama, like dumping tea means like I'm just about to spill this drama is like a new thing. It's like the new phrase.
Oh, shit.
I try to keep up on the lingo.
What's
I was
today's
like,
tea?
oh, what is it? You're just like, yeah, this is bullshit.
I
It's
literally,
I'm about to
literally-
poop my
it is
pants.
bullshit, though.
Oh, wait.
It's
It is.
fucking bullshit that we
It
still pay taxes to the fucking Bank of London.
Yeah.
They invented a corporation, or
Mhm.
not even it's not a. Is it a government agency? The IRS? It has to be because
IRS is absolutely a government agency.
I don't
they-
think
but
so.
they
I don't
were-
think they're- I don't think
they
so.
answer to the Bank of London, which doesn't
They're
make
not.
fucking
They're
sense.
not a government agency, just like the fucking FBI is.
But
a
the
government
IRS
agency,
can-
CIA is an
the IRS
FBI.
can arrest and seize your property though.
So can the FBI,
exactly.
but they're not a government agency.
The FBI?
Are they not?
They're 100% a government agency.
But they're not. But I mean, you know what I mean? Anybody can get into the FBI. Anybody can get into the CIA.
Right.
So what stops that from people, you know? I mean,
No, it's like from the beginning of the IRS, it was the INF owns or is in charge of the IRS.
By the way, Bueller, thanks for checking in from Ovens. We love you.
What up, dude? But yeah,
So,
no, it's
okay,
just-
so I just did. I'm sorry to interrupt. I just did a quick look up though. But yeah, the IRS is a pretty much a branch of the Fed.
okay, because I was like thinking like the, you know, the what's it called, bank or whatever, central banks. How that's not part of the United States.
Central Bank is not. IRS is, and Department of Treasury is appointed by Congress and the president. Then you know, you have the Secretary of Treasury. Then you have the chairman of the Fed. You know, all that shit. And then you have the IRS. So it's like all branches.
bureaucrats.
Of, like,
Bureaucrats.
Exactly. But yeah,
Basically
absolutely.
DMV workers, but they get paid more.
The IRS is the financial
went to
thick
DMV.
dick of the United States government. It fucking sucks.
But it's the fact that we pay our taxes to a different country is that we seceded from too. On top of that, like the Revolutionary War.
And it's
If you look at us paying our taxes to the INF, it's literally the Revolutionary War was fucking pointless if we're still giving them our fucking money.
but it's not necessarily taxes with them. It's more of debt that we have borrowed from that bank. So I mean, indirectly, yes, we're paying our taxes towards them, but it's labeled as, you know, we.
I don't know. Do we owe to the Bank of London? I don't think we owe to them.
I totally bet we fucking do.
I don't know.
I'm
My
pretty
idea is
sure
like
most
we've
are.
always thought is that they were the ones in power from the start, man. Whoever is in power doesn't lose power, even from
Right.
like a war. Like you don't lose power. You pretend that these guys they pretend. I don't know history well, but I'm like it just feels like they're like, oh yeah, you guys like totally won, dude. Like
Well, it's like
congrats, bro.
the-
Like we're definitely not gonna fuck with you anymore. Like
Well, it's like the French Revolution was decided by fucking God, not Rockefeller. What's the other name? The name that we always talk about. The guys from the Titanic.
Rothschilds.
Rothschild. Yeah, a Rothschild literally went and put a bet on the French Revolution at a bank. He left the fucking battle scene. Not the French Revolution. France versus Britain, and he is like, yeah, the French are going to lose. That's where they got a lot of their money from, or they got a fuck ton of money from. It's like the French or the English are going to lose. And then he bet all his money on the English market or whatever it was back in the fucking 1600s, 1700s. And they were like, okay. And then they crashed the market betting that France was going to win, him knowing that England was going to win. And fucking boom, billions of dollars. Just back in when gold was still being exchanged, like, oh yeah, 10 shillings.
Damn.
I want to be a pirate, man.
Like
be-
we're talking way
We should
back.
be pirates, but not pirates. I mean, we can, but
10 shillings for that drink, sir.
If you're paying 10 shillings for a drink, it better be fucking top shelf, brother.
I was gonna say the most I'm paying for a twisted tea is a silver bullion. That's it.
I'm not paying a shilling for anything unless
What's
it's
a copper coin called then?
you're poor.
A copper?
yeah, you fake piece of shit. I'd bite it and bend it and throw it back at you.
Is that's probably where they
Well, if it bends, that means it's real copper.
Oh, damn.
That's why people used to buy coins back in the days, because if you could crush the gold coin with your teeth, gold's a very soft metal. If you could crush it with your teeth, that's how you know it's real gold.
and then they'd break their tooth and be like, God damn it, well I guess
This is filled with zinc.
I hope
Fuck
I
you,
can
peasant.
I hope I can trick the dentist into using this coin.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna take this coin, by the way, since it's fake. All right.
All right, but anyway, back to the congressional shutdown.
Which
Isn't really a shutdown.
you're right.
Yeah, well, I just found out about this. I'm glad I ran into you today, unbeknownst. Literally just ran into him.
Unbeknownst.
But yeah, no, they had to come back to Congress because they wanted to figure out how to keep the postal service open. Which, by the way, the postal service fucking sucks.
It does. It's okay. So yeah, they do, but it's not necessarily their fault. And I mean, that's the kind of thing that found me is, they
Bureaucrats, man.
They tried to extend the session last week for the Heroes Act or whatever you want to call it to.
No, it was a different name.
Package, whatever.
God, what was the name of it?
The Democrats
it was
one was the Heroes Act.
The HEAL Act, I think, is what the new one.
Like
it was the HEAL Act. And I was like, "What are you healing, you stupid bitch?"
Last week,
what the fuck are you healing? The economy? No, I don't think so.
That makes sense. I mean, they're trying to do another stimulus package. That's why they extended it last week. However, this week, with the U.S. Postal Service like on the verge of bankruptcy, that's why Pelosi called Congress back into session to make sure that the mailing system doesn't fail. Because I don't know, however you want to look at it, it's pretty much because Democrats wanted to secure the bag, and it's like, hey, we need, there's COVID going on, we need people to do. Mail-in ballots and absentee
so we can stuff
ballots.
the box.
Exactly. So it's kind of fucking weird, but Trump is against it, and maybe because he's like mail-in ballots.
What did he actually?
He's probably just like Nancy Pelosi wants us. Fuck that bitch.
I mean, like
I didn't look into what
90%
Trump said about the he was talking
the
about
mail-in ballot.
about the people are like, oh, he said on live TV that he actually like said it that he's gonna try and stop the mailing from happening so he can win.
Dude,
but like, what did I didn't really hear. Does anyone know like kind of the exact quote or kind of like a somewhat of a quote of what I think I heard quotes from like videos, but I never knew if that was like actually what he was
talked about
talking
it being
about.
easily fraudulent and shit like that, which I know at least 2 people have sent me a Snapchat of being like, how many times I'm going to vote this year? And they have like the house that they bought and then the 5 residents that lived there before them, and they got ballots for all 6 people.
Jesus.
So if you want to put your faith in that basket, I'm sorry. How about we I don't know.
How about we get all the Area 51 people and storm the fucking...
How about we just try 4 years without a president? How about we try that out? How about we fucking try that
America, let's stay single this year.
Hey, speaking of that, staying single, it was trending on Twitter. I was looking through it because I was trying to find, other topics and shit. And one of the topics I came across that was trending was divorce Trump. And it was just like this big old thing about everyone's like, we're divorcing our president. And I was like, this sounds fucking stupid, but like,
okay, but then
I must read on.
But then we still have fucking, the president ain't really shit, but then like we still got Congress that is been there for fucking 90 fucking years, old dinosaurs and shit like that.
Yeah, Nancy Pelosi worked under JFK.
Yeah.
Fucking blows my... She was an intern.
She was probably fucking doing what Monica Lewinsky did to fucking your boy.
To your boy.
Boy. I fucking
literally, I mean, I don't know. Whenever I talk to anybody about this, like upcoming like November election and everything like that, I mean, even on the state level, it's like literally vote out incumbents and literally vote anybody who wants term limits, because that is literally the only way we're going to get change.
It's only that's the only reasonable way.
Who is it? There was one person who was going though. I can't remember what his name was. Was it Tom Stiers, who started off his campaign saying that he wanted to have women on terms?
Yeah.
But as soon as it started getting closer to getting serious, he fucking stops talking about that completely. Not completely, but as far as I saw media wise, like he stops talking about that. I'm like, why the fuck did you stop talking about that? I actually was like, hey, like I don't trust you, but like I would actually, if anyone says term limits on Congress, like I'll fucking vote for you.
Oh hell yeah, dude!
Does anybody know what Joe Jorgensen?
Did you ever see the hot mic of fucking Tom Steyer though? Fucking no. He went up to Bernie.
Seems
Sanders.
Like a weird fucking guy, dude.
Oh, dude, he's a weirdo.
He goes up to Bernie Sanders after a debate and he like shakes his hand. He's like, "I'm glad we got to share this debate stage. I'm a huge fan of yours." Blah 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 blah. Like,
yeah,
it's like what the like you're a huge fan. You're still mic'd, brother. Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you fucking doing? Like, You're defeating the purpose right now
Right.
of running against someone by being like,
you should
I
be-
agree with everything that you say, but I feel like I'd be better.
With how chummy everyone is to each other, like you should be realizing as a candidate trying to run this country that their ideas are going to run the country, that your thought process is that they're going to run it into the fucking ground. You should say, don't fucking talk to me or my fucking buddy here is going to fucking knock you out.
I'd give him the Ellen DeGeneres. I'd be like, don't even fucking make eye contact.
No, you gotta give him that fucking.
Don't even
Trump
fucking
look
look at me.
That's why I thought when Dwayne Rock Johnson announced that he would be open to being president, it's like, how American is that to have like the
If you smell
the
what
biggest-
the president is
literally
cooking.
the buffest, biggest motherfucker in America should be president. Like that's exactly
Like,
Hey,
what is it?
that's how we got
Terry
idiocracy.
Terry
Crews,
Crews on
Yeah.
Idiocracy.
That's like,
hell
I
yeah.
mean, that's literally it.
I
Like,
mean,
once that happened, I was just like,
the only way that would
fucking give
happen.
up.
The only way that would happen is if we were pitting fucking The Rock against fucking Putin. Like they're gonna have to fucking wrestle it out to the death. I mean, I would watch.
No, dude. We got Stone Cold Steve Austin versus The Rock for president. WrestleMania fucking 38. Here we go.
What do you
Boom.
think
TLC?
happens?
If
What do you think
ESPN
happens?
Table
Table
slash
dude.
chairs.
Yeah.
Neither one of them jumped off the top rope, dude.
I don't know, man. I think if I like The Rock would be a president, like I think it'd be dope because like he's under so much watch as like where I feel like now presidents aren't really they're watched, but most of America doesn't watch. They watch Fox News to see what's happening, and they watch like like MSNBC and all shit. Like it's like, dude, if The Rock was president, people would be like, well, just like, dude, I just what he wrote the word the, like I'm gonna cream my pants. Like this
Well,
guy's
that's kind of
awesome.
what we thought when Trump took office too.
But
it's just-
he's still old timey, you know. He's still part of the. He's
He's a fucking
famous.
boomer, dude.
Yeah, he's a boomer, and the people who are boomers who like him and want to watch him are the fucking boomers that watch Fox News and you know CNN. And
the weird thing to me is that like anywhere else in the world does not watch their news stations because they all know it's propaganda. And that's the weirdest thing about like America.
dude,
to me.
propaganda, fucking.
It's like, dude, it's
fucking
like,
insane.
dude, how you gonna watch Fox News? Any of these news stations, right, left, middle, in between? Most of them are all propaganda, dude.
every one of them is propaganda. Project fucking Mockingbird.
Yeah, dude,
It's a CIA operation where they put CIA operatives in every newsroom and every fucking.
But the thing about like why does America watch the news so religiously? Like
I think it's just that
It's obsession.
that's the way that they kind of
people are
it's
too.
obsession.
I think a lot of it is people watch global news as like Fox News, CNN, MSNBC because they're the communities that you live in. You understand what's going on around in your community.
Yeah.
But you need, like, the nation's so big and vast that you need to, I don't know, like, see what's going on
Even
not
like-
around you.
Yeah, but even like KWWL is like super fucking biased.
And there's
They
probably
absolutely
CIA
are. I mean,
agents.
they're bought and paid for by the NBC network, dude. Like,
I mean,
and like KWWL, that's our local news station here in our hometown.
the
But
Waterloo Courier.
Bro, I love
dude.
watching the commercials for what is it, Joni Ernst commercials,
Oh
where it
my
like
God.
I
shows like,
fucking hate it. I
and
want
we-
to put my head
it's
through my
like-
monitor.
and there's
Man,
something, or
right.
wait, I can't remember what it is or who's saying what, but it's something like, and something, you know, we need to stop working with communist China, and it shows soldiers and tanks, and I'm just like,
oh my
how
God.
do you fucking, how can you, like, this is propaganda, like, this is the fucking, like, what, does everyone just not, like, realize how bad propaganda is? Like, didn't we already go through this?
it's
like,
all hyperbole. That's all the news is anymore. I mean, it's you know, I mean, like, I hate to get way fucking nerdy, but like the song "Vicarious" by Tool, like that's literally all about like everybody feeds on tragedy. Like that's what gets numbers. That's what gets views. Is like all this shitty news, all the propaganda, all the fucking like, oh shit's terrible here. Pay attention to this for now. It's like they actually have our conscious direction of
It's
what we're
sleight of
paying
hand.
attention to. It is absolutely slight. It's sleight of mind at this point. I
what
mean,
is it?
and it's just, I mean, it's ridiculous.
What's the
Like,
word? It's
the-
like
the-
trying
the-
to produce serotonin in
the-
our brains, or what's the word called? Or or dopamine or
chemical compounds, or what are you talking about?
I don't know. There's like a word for
Like an adrenaline rush type thing?
no,
or
just
like,
trying to like apps on
make
your
you
phone
feel
with
good.
the bright colors and all this shit. I thought there was a better word for it.
Yeah, no, it's like the term is like dose of dopamine. Like, you know, like
I just thought there was
like
a better way to
when-
say it. I
Well,
can't.
like Facebook nailed it, and you've heard like 50 million podcasters and psychologists, everything talk about this. It's
Right.
Like where you whip out your phone, you open Facebook, and you have 3 notifications. Like, oh shit, look at
Exactly.
that! Like, look at those buttons,
Right.
look at all those lights that I never see. Like, I got
Mhm.
these, and that.
Yeah.
Like that's how they capture you.
300 people
It's-
wish me
it's-
happy birthday.
It's literally the same thing as fucking slot machines. Slot machines do the
Right.
same exact thing. And
Fox
and-
News could have just been fucking
Dude, it's
black
gotten to the
and
point.
white.
It's gotten to the point
Could've
where
been gray.
Sean Hannity proudly wears a fucking CIA badge on his fucking collar when he broadcasts the not headline show, but the show before it. It's like the 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock. It's New York time, so I think it's 7 o'clock. Fox News. Sean Hannity's there with a fucking CIA pin on his fucking collar. It's.
Which is weird,
and
you know. You think they were trying to like hide themselves.
I mean, Rachel Maddow's haircut gave away that she worked with the CIA, but Sean Hannity just wears the fucking pin.
Well, it's weird because like he totally switched up his fucking like his motives. Like if you were
yeah.
if you were
Well,
to
I
see
mean, they
before,
all do it.
if you were to see before he put on that CIA pin to like after he put on that CIA pin, dude, if you were to watch him like I don't know, I watched a few videos and it's just super fucking crazy how fucking much once he puts that CIA pin on, dude. He fucking pushes that narrative.
you don't
Oh,
see
yeah.
the gun pointed at his head from off
Exactly.
camera.
That's
Like,
it.
But it's there.
Behind the legs, and the guy is fucking holding
He's
it.
got the fucking
It-
laser
it's
on
like
his
a-
chest.
it's like a
funny thing. The same guy that points that gun at Sean Hannity is the same guy that shot JFK.
Damn.
it's dude, it's like they don't even like
That's
put
not
the
bad.
pin
At
on. They
least one of
literally
the
just
times
have
he
the
got
needle
shot.
and they just stab him with the pin and say,
It's like a
"All right,
9-year-old.
buddy, read this."
It's like Father Time out there, like, hey, you say what we want you to say.
Mhm.
Like,
I've been doing this job for 40 years.
I
Okay,
killed a fucking president. You think you're shit? Nah, dude, for real though, dude. It's just like they're all in the same boat, and no one
Everything
talks
is.
about what the fuck. Like it's you hear like fucking people are talking about. Oh well, this is the problem. Blah, 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 this and that. And it's like no, that's not the fucking problem. There's people out of jobs, people out of homes right now. The homeless community in LA is fucking disgustingly large right now, and like we don't see it here because it's a safe community. Kim Reynolds wants to suck Donald Trump's dick and maybe get. What was I talking to you about? Was I talking to you about this earlier? I think that she wants a cabinet position or an embassy position.
Oh, I can
Next
totally see
election,
it.
yeah, she'll.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like the same thing that
Totally see it.
or I think it was
Brain dead.
Terry Brain Dead
No, was it
that he
Branstad?
got.
Was it Branstad? Is that the guy that
it was
lives right down the
Branstad.
street?
Yeah, Terry Branstad. Or no. No, I thought he lived in Illinois.
No, there's a guy that lives right down the street that just.
Oh,
got-
that's fucking
he's the guy to China now, or was to China.
Chuck Grassley.
Chuck Grassley.
Yeah, he's the ambassador to. Or no. Sorry, no. Branstad is the ambassador,
Is it?
diplomat to China. Grassley is the head of agriculture.
Agriculture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
anyway,
you're
yeah.
right though. I mean,
Kim Reynolds.
Kim's sucking dick to fucking
To
get a.
get a position.
Yeah, she get a
She's
federal
trying to
seat.
give. She's trying to
We're-
give out hand jobs.
We're
in the
not
White
saying
House.
this metaphorically, by the way, to any of our listeners. Like,
Literally.
she's literally under the table,
Literally.
going full Monica Lewinsky.
She went full balls on that show to
Dude,
like try and
and-
get a.
And I
fucking
feel
spot.
like Trump's gonna be like, dude, I got better hand jobs on Epstein's Island. Like
There were so many
Exactly.
posts when I was going through Twitter. It's so hard because on Facebook, I feel like I have a lot of friends that have the same views of they're all pedophiles. And I go onto Twitter and you get all these people defending different sides.
a whole.
And it's because it's none of my friends. So I literally, I typed one time, I left one comment. I said, Dylan, you can leave one comment. And I just said, you know, they all fuck kids, right? And then I was like, I read so many other posts that I wanted to say the same thing. And I said, I would type it out and I just delete it and be like, don't do it. Like,
I do that
don't do
daily,
it.
daily.
Twitter is
Delete.
Twitter's a fucking monster.
I want to
Yeah,
write
I
so
love
much shit.
Twitter. I love
I
the
love it
chaos.
too.
I can't do it.
It's a fucking waste.
I do too, because I'm like thinking to myself,
It does not matter.
exactly like Facebook. I don't want to post this shit because I'm like, man, like I'm gonna argue. Like I see my friends, like people I know, arguing with each other, and I'm like, this is not the platform you guys should be doing this on.
Right.
I feel like you should be. I mean, I feel like you
On
should,
Twitter.
but it's gonna get you're gonna get censored and shit, all this other crap. Like fuck Facebook, Twitter. You know, if they're trying to do
It's
whatever,
fucking war zone.
It is, dude. It's like
Dude.
I mean, like it's fucking rust on
the amount of people, that are
it
like
doesn't
fucking
matter.
for that say like talk shit about Trump, like for Biden or like
Yeah,
for
see.
Trump. I'm just like, dude, is like, where's the attacks? And it's not. It's
See,
like
Have
people
you
who are
seen the
Twitter
interview?
censors-
excited.
Twitter
Have you seen the
censorship
interview
too,
where
bro.
he talks about how he would let the kids rub his legs because his leg hair is
And
curly.
and
Yeah,
my leg
yeah,
hairs
yeah.
in
Oh
the,
my
in the
God.
sun, they'd
My hair would go blonde.
They go blonde and turn curly. The kids.
They'd rub my
They
legs.
rub 'em up and down.
There was one argument I read about between Joe and Trump, which people were arguing and discussing about how Trump doesn't drive and doesn't ride bicycles and shit, and like has people driving in. Biden drives a manual car and backs up into his garage, and like that was like part. I was like,
That's
this is
not- what an
fucking still
argument.
like, are you guys fucking high? Like, do you guys take like too much fentanyl? Like,
I'm sorry,
can you guys chill
I
out?
would rather have a president that doesn't drive himself than a president that does, because that means importance.
I know.
No one important
Yeah.
has ever driven their own fucking car.
Bernie, everyone gave Bernie shit.
We are not important.
No,
Everyone
we're not
gave,
important.
Everyone gave
That's the
Bernie
point.
shit for driving
I'm not
like a
running for
Mazda.
president.
What was Bernie driving, dude? Fucking Mazda. Fucking.
It was like it was like
I don't
a,
know.
it was like a it was like a
Wait,
2003 Mazda.
Dude, I'm pretty
6.
sure he had
Yeah,
a fucking
yeah.
Dodge Viper.
Wait, when
bro.
Bernie
I don't
was
know what it was.
driving his shitty car in between his 3 mansions that are within 3 miles of
Right,
each other.
Right. Yeah, but
That he
everyone
paid
gave him.
for.
Everyone gave him shit, and like I
That
gotta
he
be
paid
honest,
for
like at
with
first.
everybody's money
When
that
I was
they
like,
gave
when
him.
I was first thinking about Bernie, I was like, you know, like you can't give this guy shit. But then, unfortunately, we learned about Bernie, and you can give him shit. So
You fucking can.
Yeah,
And just like I'm extra
it's-
hurt
it
too.
hurts.
It's
sad.
like-
It
hurts. It
Like
hurts.
fucking like I
Yeah.
mean like I
I
like
thought we were in a movement that was a good. We had actually
It
someone in the
was.
government. We had someone that was higher up. That was an actual
he
movement.
gave us hope.
And the only
Hey,
movement
so-
now is because of
And
the
he
Black
fucking-
Lives Matter, which is like we
Like,
say,
what
we like the
happens-
cause. It's just we have so much more shit going on. Like,
It's
Yeah,
like
this
it's
is-
like
we
being a
gotta-
huge saxophone fan and then finding out that Bill Clinton is a pedophile. That's how it feels.
And
And
he
I
likes
mean,
to wear blue
Like,
dresses.
can I listen to Careless Whispers anymore?
I did
I
not
don't think so.
have sexual relations with those kids.
And I met Bernie briefly for like 2 seconds, and it wasn't anything like crazy or whatever the fuck. Like he played.
Wow, cool. He's topping my Kim
I
Reynolds
did not.
story.
Oh.
No, I mean, like I probably should have at this point because like that motherfucker rolled over to the Clintons, like kiss the rings,
Like
like
3
vacation
times.
Yeah, he
house, and
fucking-
like
He
14
he fucking
times.
he gave that ring over like it was Bilbo and fucking Frodo, dude.
dude.
Don't
He was
persecute
like,
my
you take
wife.
the ring, and he's
Yeah.
like, no, I want it back, and then he's like, no, take the ring. No, I want it back. No, take the ring.
I just think it was like when we talked about the first thing that I ever found when I was like, yeah, Bernie's fucking corrupt is when his wife bankrupted that college like the week before
Yep.
He dropped out.
And so I was
the
kind of
first
like,
time before he dropped out.
I
the
was
first
like,
time.
okay, this guy's in some shit, but maybe they're just like blackmailing him, like obviously. But then it's like the more shit you just keep reading, it's like every time people would talk about Bernie, I just wanted I wanted to get on my keyboard
He's
and I
a-
wanted to just start typing
He's
stuff.
dude.
I mean,
You
he's
gotta delete it.
the pure definition of wolf in sheep's clothing. You know
Yeah,
what I mean,
yeah. A
It's-
turd in the wastebasket.
yeah. It's just-
Blarney Sanders levitates. Don't kid yourself.
I mean, he did live through the 70s and shit. Like,
I
I
don't
mean, he
know.
did some real shit back in
I-
the day,
it
and
just-
then he got famous, and he wanted to be friends with fucking Joe
what I'm
Biden and
saying.
Hillary Clinton.
I mean,
it's like, how are you going to run against someone like Joe Biden or Hillary Clinton
we talked
when you're
about,
like, oh, you're my friend? Like, no, you can't. You're like, you're running against them to be the president of the country.
Yeah, you got to think that their ideas are gonna ruin the country. Like fucking.
It's like
kill
playing
me.
Among Us.
but we talked about this at the disc golf course today. It's like we know that he was bought and paid for, or was he bought and paid for, or was him
he was
dropping out?
blackmailed.
Yeah, was he blackmailed, or was he,
He wasn't.
threatened
I
by
think-
the Clintons to
I think
drop
it's-
out?
No,
His-
he wasn't bought and paid for. He's blackmailed, and I mean, what are you gonna do if you're already doing corrupt shit?
That's what I wonder. That's where I'm still like, man, he really is kissing the ring, but I mean, that's where it's like, dude, how easy is it for people to put false information? How easy would it be for them to say, look, we got fake info saying that your wife bankrupted this college. You know, like we planned it out. We actually
public,
right. Like, how do we know?
Well,
we
if it's
don't know.
false, then I'd fight that shit. I mean, that's all that matters.
I wouldn't go against the Clintons.
I'd be like,
I'd play ball. I'd play ball. I'm sorry. Like I'd
fuck the Clintons.
If I wasn't a big
I'd start
fish,
vlogging. If the Clintons were after me, I'd start vlogging.
Yeah, I would have a recorder.
I would be like, hey, what's up? It's your boy Bernie Sanders. I'm out here at Adventureland
with the Clintons.
and they're like, there's this weird dude in the background. He keeps following
weird. He's got like an AK. It's like weird, but you know what? Like I gotta have protection. You know
what
I mean?
Like 4 cars
skipped me
deep on the
4
roller
times.
coaster.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, a photo comes out of them going down the coaster, and they didn't realize the picture was getting taken, and they're fucking all taking a bump going down.
I thought you were gonna say taking a shot at him, like the monster, like he's just like
like
dude
the
behind him,
gun's
like kill a shot.
Like,
No, don't you know the rule? Only cocaine on roller coasters. That's how it goes.
No, it's too fast, dude.
The wind
it's like
The wind will take it away.
That's
but-
why you take it on the initial. Okay, we're going now.
they're all rolling down the coaster, holding one nose closed, like
I'm trying to catch this drip.
dude.
Oh man, it's fucking Bernie Sanders broke my heart twice. I fell for it a second time. I've talked to you boys about it.
I only failed it once.
I fell for it twice.
Because like he did a lot of, I mean, it talks about him doing a lot of work back in the day, and I'm like, okay, well, this could be, it could still be him doing actual work, or it could be the whole England letting us win. Like he could just be out there. You know, he's obviously been in office for such a long time. Like people trust him. And
If he was real about the movement that he was trying to do, what he would have done, and I literally got into an argument about this with my good friend a couple nights ago. That's how we bonded. We ended up screaming at each other about this whole entire event. But if he really wanted to make the change that he was trying to do, he would have dropped out of the Democratic Party, ex-nayed, the nomination for the DNC, and ran independent. And what that would have done, he would have won the presidency, but if you're in a presidential election and you receive a 5% vote outside of Republican or Democratic Party, that party that you ran for actually becomes a recognized party of the United States government. So the House and the Senate would recognize that party. So like back in, this past election with Hillary Clinton, Trump, and Gary Johnson, who was the Libertarian candidate, he received 3% of the vote. If he would have received 5%, the Libertarian Party would have received recognition from the House and the Senate.
That guy cracked me up. That was a weird.
We would have had a third party.
He was a weird dude.
Dude, he's a weird ass dude. But what about Mama Joe? She might get some fucking recognition.
Joe
Dude,
Jorgensen.
what? Yeah. We got Bernie's true color and the squad, their true colors. We got that recently.
Oh God.
With the CARES the CARES Act. Any one of them could have asked for a recorded vote on the CARES Act.
Yep.
The $4 trillion corporate bailout. But just saying that blows my fucking. I'm like, $4 trillion of anything is fucking.
They've lost more money than that.
Nobody realizes how much Okay, so a fucking million is 1,000 1,000s. A billion is 1,000 1 millions. A trillion is 1,001 billions. Like what in the fuck?
So
Anyone in the progressive,
you can't fathom that number.
Anyone truly in the progressive movement could have fucking kiboshed that act by asking for a recorded vote. No one did. 96 people voted on it. Like literally 96 out of what is it, like 230
over that? Over that, yeah.
It's 232, right, for the Senate.
One of those, the House or the Senate. I think it's 230.
I gotta call my high school history teacher. How much?
I thought it was like 240s.
But anyway, it's somewhere in that ballpark, and only 96 people voted. No one asked for a recorded vote. If you gave a shit, if you wanted to keep your presence of a fucking progressive or any like just anything, if you wanted to keep that, ask for a recorded vote, and then they have to fucking do it. But no one did.
435 in the House, 100 in the Senate.
100
in the Senate.
Two per state.
Yep. And then 435 in the Senate.
What?
435 in the Senate.
435 in the House.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
435 in the House, 100 in the Senate.
You heard me correct.
I'm sorry.
But it's like
because the House is based off population.
All you have to do to fucking veto the CARES Act, which the $4 trillion bailout, corporate bailout. I'm gonna say it over and over again so I don't forget it. Like all you have to do, recorded vote, and people are gonna vote differently because they're like, oh, well, AOC was one of the first people who was like, I didn't vote, I wasn't able to vote because of COVID and all this shit. It's like, bitch, what? You could have asked for a recorded vote.
You could have put a mask on if that works.
Or I guess she's in the House, but it goes from the Senate to the House, right?
House to the Senate.
House to the Senate. So yeah, but still, it's just like.
So she had to vote first.
Yeah.
So why don't you put a mask on and then vote?
And it's such is your life really like? Isn't this bigger than your own life? I'm sorry, but you're in a big position of power. Like you're high up there. Like
if you're seeking out that level of office, you have to put other people's lives before yours, right?
Right.
And she's always out here trying to act like she's this fucking for the people.
Bitch, you in silver too. Like, I'm gonna find you.
I'm a barista.
Like I fucking she rubs me the wrong way sometimes, and I'm just like, bitch, like you really.
Some of the shit that she says, I'm like, yeah, I'm on board with what you're saying.
Right.
I'm cool with like it's empowering to see a young woman.
It's what she doesn't say.
Yeah.
It's almost what she doesn't say.
That's exactly
what she doesn't say. That it's like she says right things that you can get behind, but it's what she doesn't fight, man. It's what she doesn't fight, dog.
Her Twitter is full of like.
What did you fucking?
Are you a retard?
If you think that she runs her own Twitter account,
did she actually say
you don't know
are you
Twitter?
A retard? Like with that wording, or are you stupid?
Oh,
no, she doesn't run her own Twitter. I
was gonna say, I'd be like, dude, did she really call someone a retard? Like that'd be awful.
No, people at that level, they don't run their own Twitter account.
How do we? My question is like, yeah, so fuck this. We got all the rich people with all the money. What steps would we have to take in order to
take the money? Just go over to their house with fucking machine guns.
That's my first idea, and I think that's the best idea. But I mean,
you're assuming that they have stacks of gold in their basement.
Well, no, but that's what I'm saying. Like, what other way do we have to somehow redistribute a different type of dollar, like a different kind of
cryptos, bro?
Are you talking Bitcoin?
I don't know. Do we just any way to get the money away from the fucking rich people because they have so much.
If you try to fucking create new currencies, the United States will fucking kill you. Isn't that what happened to fucking Gaddafi's?
Gaddafi?
Did they?
Gaddafi?
No, Gaddafi was executed. He was executed because he wouldn't normalize to the central bank.
Central bank. Yeah, but I mean, pretty much they,
But he did. He did, and there's still only 2 countries in the entire world.
He wanted to make the gold standard. Pretty much.
No, it was the oil standard.
It
was he wouldn't go from gold standard to oil standard, and then the CIA basically put in a militia that ended up with him getting his own sword shoved up his butthole.
Talking about the oil.
That's how he died. He died from getting his own sword shoved up his ass. And you can watch it. You can watch it on YouTube.
Talking about oil. There's another thing that was also trending. I was just all over Twitter today, just like, what the fuck could we talk about? It's saying the Trump administration is opening up. Is it? Well, I can't even remember. Like Arctic fucking. Wildlife preserve that was like in the 80s. Like Arctic National Wildlife that was in the 80s to protect land in Alaska.
Are they reenacting it or
what? No, Trump said that he's gonna like open it up and lease it out to oil companies and shit like that. And there was there was a lot of discussion. I think that might have been one of the posts where I said. I can't remember. I don't know. That post could work on any of the discussions that I read today. I'm sure that
if Will Smith is trending on Twitter, they all fuck kids.
All fuck yeah. So I don't know, but yeah, that was one thing because they were showing pictures of like the wildlife, and there's a lot of animals there. Like I'm like, dude, like fuck, like, and it's not a government thing. It's like leasing it out. It's like if companies want to come here, like here you go, like fucking feel free,
So I'm just gonna say right now, there's hidden civilizations underneath the fucking Antarctica and the North Pole and all that other shit.
Yeah, that's where Santa Claus lives, bro.
No, like underneath.
They got elves and shit.
No, he does live there, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I mean, yeah.
Don't
I've
take
seen
this
him.
away from me.
No, he lives on Neptune, bro.
I want stocking stuffings at my dad's house on Christmas, bro.
Yeah.
So, if I don't believe, I won't get him.
I remember I told a kid one.
I want the orange and peanuts.
I told
No, you're
one
good.
kid one time that Santa wasn't real, and then I think,
Did you feel bad?
yeah, the next day I thought to myself,
Hold on. How old was he?
it was this girl, and me and my buddy were sitting there,
Okay.
and we were just like, dude, like what the fuck? Like Santa's not. But this was also us. This was like our first conspiracy theory that we were finding out wasn't true. So we were the conspiracy theorists, like, bro, like, dude, he's not real, bro. Like, and this girl was not having it and was just like, nah, fuck you. So like, I didn't feel that bad, but I was like, man, why am I running around trying to convince people that Santa's not like? I mean, like, I get it, but like, I don't know.
You gotta get the truth
Just set
out,
them
bro.
all. Like
We're the
every
truth
girl that's
community.
on Santa's lap, you're just like, Santa's not real, by the way. It's like, they get their pictures taken, and fucking another picture of them just crying. Like, Santa's not real. I'm a fake elf.
I'm actually a convicted felon. I'm only here because I got in trouble.
He sat on his lap and he said it was the North Pole, but really he's a convicted sex offender.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
And his name is Dad.
Shit, he could say it out loud. I'd be
He
like,
named-
Jimmy,
he
you
named-
take the goddamn picture with the crazy Santa, okay?
He named his dick the North Pole.
Bro, have you guys seen the fucking pedophile registry for around here?
Yeah, there's 6 up the street from me.
Yeah, it's fucking. Oof.
You always get drunk and ask me if I want to hunt them, and I
Dude,
say no
Taylor,
every time.
one of my buddy's dads posted to his timeline
Every
saying
time you're
about
over here.
like, hey, like, it's like this new, it was something like Pokemon Go. It was something like Pokemon Go saying like, they need to create like Pokemon Go, but for pedophiles. And then my buddy was like, gotta catch them or gotta kill them all. Pedophiles. Like, could be a total new thing.
I'm down.
That'd be a cool like anime show, you know? Like it'd be a cool like anime idea to
Like
where it's
My
like
Hero
a-
Academia, but
they
they just hunt
pedophiles,
pedophiles.
yeah.
Hunter X Hunter.
Yeah,
and then every
yeah.
single one gets the
Hunter
blood
X
eagle.
pedophile.
Hunter X pedophile, yeah. No,
It's either
current
the blood
pedophile.
eagle
I saw
or
you look
fucking
through the
chipper.
window. Just Ezreal fucking through their face.
Just in a mid conversation, throws a knife through a window and just flies out in the woods, and you just see someone fall out of the bushes. Like, dude, we're gonna make millions.
That guy was a pedo. Millions.
Alex, you remember what you were gonna say? I totally cut you off before I said that I told this girl Santa wasn't real.
It was
Santa's-
oh my god. Okay, yeah. It was the hold on a second. It was what
Just forcefully.
it was what you said about the central banks. So there's only actually I looked it up because I was curious. I thought it was only 2, but there's only 5 United Nation members that are not a part of the central bank, or the World Bank is what it's called.
Right.
But it's Andorra, Cuba, Liechtenstein, Monaco, and North Korea. And I knew North Korea. I thought it was North Korea and Cuba.
I knew those two. I knew
Yeah,
those two.
exactly. But LinkedIn
It used to be Iran, though.
Exactly, yeah. Which shit went down, and then
Wow,
fucking whatever.
yeah,
Now they've
Now
decided
they have a
to
central bank.
now they've decided to shape up, is how the
Yeah.
Americans like to say, and now they're fucking a part of that bullshit.
We only got a few more left.
Yeah, exactly. Which is, I don't know, man. I mean, even in regards to North Korea, North Korea and Cuba, like even this year have, for like a week, everybody thought Kim Jong-un was dead.
Right.
Which was like everybody was like, a lot of people were just like, oh my god, look at this, and then all the conspiracy theorists was just like, I mean, cool, but like,
And then everyone was like, all the feminists were like, oh my god, his fucking sister, who's super cute, like is gonna be, oh my god, this is such a big thing for feminists, even though she was like in charge of like one of the head people of the propaganda unit. Like,
I
no,
would've
like this
smashed,
isn't. Yeah, I mean,
saying,
well,
And was it this year or last year? Because I mean, like, this isn't a really huge thing by any means, but like the the thing with Cuban cigars and everything like that. That embargo was lifted, I believe, either last year.
oh yeah, last year
Was
maybe.
last
Something
year,
like
or maybe it might
Yeah,
have
it
been even
was, 'cause I
farther.
remember people were traveling there. and shit.
Yeah. So
I
like the
remember
trade
that.
and like parts of the trade embargo that we had with Cuba from way back in the 70s when JFK was in that shit, the Bay of Pigs, and
Right.
whatnot. Take your history lessons, young ones. All that bullshit Yeah, I mean, like now you can actually have Cuban cigars in the United States and like not be fucking arrested and beaten. for it
Dude,
and
mob
shit.
bosses
Thanks
back
to
in the
Obama.
80s and shit, man. They
Yeah,
did-
it was Obama, so it had to.
Obama,
It
yeah.
was so it wasn't even last year. I mean, it was over 4 years.
By the way, we have a Luca Bracey, says my boy AJ. No idea.
Hey,
Love you all
it's
the
your
same,
boy.
buddy.
Have you ever heard the 7 years, or 7 countries, 5 years speech?
Oh yeah.
I haven't.
So this is John Brennan, head director of the CIA under Obama.
To worry about Iraq, not Iran. I knew why, because I'd been through the Pentagon right after 9/11. About 10 days after 9/11, I went through the Pentagon and I saw Secretary Rumsfeld and Deputy Secretary Wolfowitz. I went downstairs just to say hello to some of the people on the joint staff who used to work for me. And one of the generals called me and he said, "Sir, you got to come in. You got to come in and talk to me a second." I said, "Well, you're too busy." He said, No. He says, "We've made the decision. We're going to war with Iraq." This was on or about the 20th of September. I said, "We're going to war with Iraq. Why?" He said, "I don't know." He said, "I guess they don't know what else to do." So I said, "Well, did they find some information?"
Okay.
I just want to point out, all those people laughing are fucking sadists
Oh, for
and
sure.
fucking shitheads. And this is like a TED Talk kind of thing.
Damn,
I guess
did I miss the class?
No.
The day in class where we get
Saddam
to.
to Al Qaeda? He said, No. He says, "There's nothing new that way. They just made the decision to go to war with Iraq." He said, "I guess it's like we don't know what to do about terrorists, but we got a good military and we can take down governments." And he said, "I guess if the only tool you have is a hammer, every problem has to look like a nail." So I came back to see him a few weeks later, and by that time we were bombing in Afghanistan. I said, "Are we still going to war with Iraq?" And he said, "Oh, it's worse than that." He said, he reached over on his desk, he picked up a piece of paper, and he said, I just got this down from upstairs," meaning the Secretary of Defense's office today, and he said, "This is a memo that describes how we're going to take out 7 countries in 5 years, starting with Iraq and then Syria, Lebanon, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, and finishing off Iran." I said, "Is it classified?" He said, "Yes, sir." I said,
Who is the last world leader that the United States government killed? Officially.
I'm too high.
General Salami.
Salami.
Yeah, dude, it fucking
Salami.
literally down that list. That's where we've been invading and fucking shit up. It's
And if you
What was his
and
actual?
that's a guy at a fucking. He's holding a press conference talking about that, and people are laughing about it. Like, how fucked are people that have that much money in their bank account where they're just like, "Oh, I'm invited."
I will tell you why. Because all those people, all the people that were laughing, all the people that were there observing and everything like that, if you've heard anything before and you're probably not from your history teacher, but war makes money
of course.
throughout the world, all the billionaires, everybody.
We talk
War
about it a lot on this
makes
show, man.
money. And they were laughing at that because if they knew it was true, if they thought it was true, they were about to make millions.
He's probably at a
Who's the
Raytheon
big-
brunch.
Who's the big fucking Raytheon is the biggest owner right now?
Yeah,
What's their stock?
Raytheon and Boeing.
I want to know what their stock is.
We talk about it how
It's
like
extremely high.
Might invest.
I can tell you Boeing. I can tell you Boeing's to the minute if you want.
what did we say? Boeing was Democrat.
Boeing
and-
stocks going up.
Didn't we
No,
say
Boeing-
Boeing was? Didn't we? What did we say? What was it, AJ? That like
Did you spit out your beer?
Boeing is
It was
not
close
going
one.
up.
what was it? What did we say? That didn't you say like Boeing was Democrat, Raytheon was Republican?
No, they're both the same thing.
Yeah,
right.
they
But I
both-
mean, didn't you say that they like were siding with different parties to like?
Not Boeing and Raytheon. Boeing does sponsor Fox News and CNN. Raytheon also sponsors Fox News, CNN, MSNBC, all that other shit.
Dude, Raytheon has Beyonce, bro.
Yeah, Raytheon's got Beyonce on a retainer.
Bro, I mean,
Dude,
if that says
fucking
anything, that's
on a
lefties,
retainer.
bro.
They'll be like, "I don't care about your concert in Cincinnati next week. We got a press conference, and you need to perform Halo."
Yeah.
well, that's like when they
Butt
wanted
naked.
Chip Sky or whatever it was.
That's
Chip
legit.
Skyler.
The power,
and,
the power
Chip
of that
Skylark, bro.
Chip Schuyler in the fucking interview, they were
Chip
like,
Skylark?
"That's all it is."
Chip
It's
Skylark.
Skylark.
not Skylar.
Shiny teeth.
You're talking to Dinkelberg over here.
I'm talking to Dinkelberg over here. Fuck.
Dinkelberg.
But yeah, it's like that's exactly how I like. You just picture it like, we want Beyonce. You give us Beyonce, or we're not talking to you. We're not gonna sign any treaties with you.
Could you imagine like a million 13-year-old girls being like, we want Beyonce, and then like one dude at Raytheon's like, hey, it's my kid's birthday party, and she has to go.
Damn. So then they end up getting Beyonce.
Yeah, the 13-year-olds got Beyonce.
Yeah.
Dude, she probably has like 3 different like stunt doubles that are just traveling
Dude,
around.
Okay, I was
clones.
just about to say that. How do you guys feel about clones? Because if you look at some of the shit that like Shaq even, bro, they'll sit there like, and dude, Oprah,
Shaq's dick's got a clone.
dude,
What are you talking about?
Oprah, Shaq, bro. There's a lot of motherfuckers that are like that are just like just sit there and fucking. And it's fucking weird, dude. They just sit there fucking like blank face while other people are fucking trying to talk to them and shit like that. And like it was weird as fuck, bro.
Dude, it's probably because the clones are always trying to like they train
They're
to always try and
recalibrate
kill
to the main.
They try and kill the main. They're always out there to try and kill the main source. So that way they're the new.
It's just weird.
I'll believe it.
I
I believe everything until I disbelieve it.
Dude,
at this point,
The thing.
I believe it's possible.
What about
yeah,
that?
that's what I'm
What's
saying.
that one bitch? Fucking Avril Lavigne. I think she was cloned too, dude.
No way. She's not big enough to be cloned.
No,
Bullshit.
she's married to Nickelback,
She
bro.
kind of fucking.
Bro.
I was gonna say she had like a similar past.
Look it up, bro. There's like
I've seen the whole conspiracy theory about Avril Lavigne being replaced.
yeah, by somebody else, but I think she's a clone.
I don't because because if you look at her, like you look at her career.
Well,
you
she was
kinda-
like 16 when she was famous.
Yeah, that's
when
what
she
I'm
first got
saying.
famous,
But-
right?
but
Yeah,
she
if
went-
you look at Amanda Bynes right now, she ain't any
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, look at Justice Bieber, like right now compared to what he looked like when he was 12 when he was famous. Like it's just like
Well,
it's a
because he's
whole
so-
Yeah, but he looks like.
soul,
I mean, he looks
gets
like
in
every
the pooper
SoundCloud
every day.
rapper wannabe.
every
still.
fuck boy.
Yeah, that's
every
what I'm
fuck
saying.
boy on Santa Monica Beach.
That would make me believe more that Justin Bieber is a clone because he's conforming to the times. However, Avril Lavigne like completely like did a 180 with her look.
I know,
and her
dude. Did you see
vibe.
his mustache?
No.
Yeah, he had a mustache for like 3 months, and
Was it good?
it was full.
Would you?
Thick.
Would
It
you?
was
Would,
thick.
if he like wanted, if with that mustache, if he wanted to take you down, would you let him?
Would I let him go
Because
down
that's-
on me?
That's what matters. Yeah.
Would I let him go down on me?
Any form of sexual pleasure towards you.
Like, I mean, a blowjob's a blowjob when the lights are off, right?
Yeah, and he's got money, so
Not unless you feel that wonderful, like fucking.
Dude, there's so much
He's
hair
not-
down
he's
there.
not
I
like
wouldn't
a-
feel
you know,
this.
he's not a hero.
How many
you know?
women have mustaches
He's not like
nowadays?
he's not like a hero. You know,
The worst part about a blowjob from Justice Bieber with his mustache would be his mustache getting braided into my pubic hair, dude.
And I was like, baby, baby.
He'd be like, you weren't supposed to come in my mouth. And I'd be like, well, your fucking face was stuck to my crotch, dude. I can't help it. Like, your hair was stuck to my thighs. Your face was stuck to my crotch. I didn't know what to do.
That's like it's Justin
supposed to
Bieber
rip
though.
your
Like
head
if
back?
you said like get a blowjob from like Willie Nelson, you're like kind of like God, I kind of have to. But like Justin Bieber's kind of like I guess I could.
Who is this
pass.
Justin
yeah.
Bieber? Are you talking about Justice Bieber?
Oh yeah, the Beaver man.
Oh my god.
I don't know, man. But
Nobody knows.
who really knows?
Who really knows?
Another thing I wanted to talk about that I also found was
Dealing with the initiative today. I love it. I want to.
Dude,
I'm gonna give you that Justice Bieber blowjob after.
Thanks.
Six.
This was talking about how Cardi B is now fully supporting Joe Biden, has decided to fully endorse Joe Biden. And
because if you don't vote for Joe Biden, you ain't black.
had a live interview. I
Wake
had to
up,
only
people.
watch. I had to only watch a very small amount to just be like, this is weird. I don't even want to like it. It wasn't important. And it wasn't about important. It was the same shit that every other famous person gets to talk to a presidential candidate about. Is like, how is you gonna make like life better for other people? And it's like, what? Like, huh? And like, what is you like? What's gonna be happening? Sorry, I'm not like trying to bash on Cardi, like, because I think Cardi's hilarious. I just try to get the
I fucking love her.
trying to get the right voice
she's
on her, but it was
retarded,
just
bro.
like. It's just like
on the
it's like
retarded
what's
boat.
going to be
I think she
happening
might
about
be
like
half
making
retarded,
like equality and stuff, and I'm just like, bro, like I think you mean well, Cardi B. I don't know if you mean. I think you mean well. Like, you've got your own fame, but how do we know she's not the next Beyonce on retainer? Cardi B is bigger, in my opinion, right now. I know Beyonce's huge, but right now I feel like Cardi B is like the big cheese right now.
To the younger generation,
Yeah.
people younger than us, which is the big thing.
Like, they like Beyonce,
they're-
but it's like us with Eminem. Like, the
they're-
younger generation thinks Eminem's good, but it's
they're-
not like the god that we
Exactly.
feel about him.
Yeah,
you
and
know?
they're the next voter party too, which is why it wouldn't
And-
matter. So
and
it's like
she's-
that
yeah.
propaganda is going down.
Which
the
is
line.
why
That's-
TikTok terrifies
How
me.
much did she get
Man.
paid to fucking talk to Joe Biden and endorse him?
Probably
Probably
a fuckload.
probably as much money as she had right now, if not more.
Could you
Guys,
imagine?
don't bang.
Could you imagine like how many people would be swung if some like we'll say 20-year-old girls like swinging her ass in front of a video? She's like, Richard Nixon Jr. for president on TikTok, and it gets like
Right.
fucking 40 million fucking
Right.
plays.
Fucking like,
Dude,
like,
but you know what's
holy
crazy? She probably got paid by the Democratic Party to talk to Joe Biden, and she probably got paid by the Republican Party to talk to Joe Biden.
So,
Like,
dude,
the Republicans want Joe to win too. Like,
somebody like that, dude.
they don't want a third party motherfucker coming out here and winning. Like, they'll do anything.
They
They'll
don't want him to get
Somebody like that
votes.
could be like, I will give every single person a blowjob if they vote for Joe Biden. And
Didn't a porn
Look,
star
I've
say
talked
that
about
or
it before,
something?
and I
Like-
will say it again. I did receive a blowjob for voting for Barack Obama in his second term.
I remember you telling us this.
I've said it multiple times. Got a BJ. It was a good BJ. Wasn't the best.
Wasn't the best, BJ.
Little teeth or
wasn't,
no?
wasn't the best.
Was there
Wasn't the
teeth?
best. My friends would say it was good. Wasn't the best.
I mean, if
Why'd you look at me?
I look at everyone you fuck.
Alex, what did you do the weekend before the elections? I want to know. We all want to know.
Oh
We
my
need
God.
answers.
Oh,
How
jeez.
dry some taint.
I literally don't even. Probably. I mean, like, I literally don't know. I was. Are you talking about like last presidential election?
I don't know. No, just whenever AJ was gonna
3
vote
years
for
ago.
Obama, we
16 years ago.
That would have been 8 years
19
ago.
years ago.
Holy shit! I don't even know.
I mean, good for you. Good for you for exploiting the system. I think you
Yeah.
would have gotten that blowjob either way.
I
you
could
know?
have lied. I could have voted for Romney and be like, I voted for Obama.
It shows though that you actually anyone listening.
I
anyone-
followed through with my promise.
Yeah, I was
which
gonna
is
say.
fucking perfect.
Anyone listening right now knows that if you want to give AJ a blowjob for him to do something, he'll do it. Okay, and
But it has to be subpar.
yeah. I mean, it could be subpar. If it's great, then he'll.
If it's great, I'll fucking commit fraud and vote twice.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Did you ever hear about the time I voted for both candidates to get 2 different blowjobs?
That was a crazy weekend. Spring break '86. You had to be there.
Best time spent.
I
in a
literally,
Walmart
I just
parking lot
I just
I've ever
picked
had.
whichever one was dumber and just drew on a piece of fucking printer paper and just checked marked.
Oh, you don't get a receipt. You see, they went from word of mouth. They went from dick to mouth, but they
Ass
believed
to
word.
mouth.
They believed word to mouth, but they went dick to mouth. Yeah, fuck.
I don't know, man. That's just one thing.
Holy
I'm
shit,
like,
my brain hurts right now.
I'm thinking like.
No one hit the word of the day.
That's what I'm saying. I think we're getting close to a time where I don't even we didn't really have a topic to have it revolve around.
It was just a straight off the cuff kind of fucking like, dude, let's talk about how fucked up everything is, like as a total in regards to our government. I mean, guys, they fucking decided to take a recess over another stimulus relief bill that's going to help you, help your parents, help your cousins, help any family member, help your friends in this economy.
help re-stimulate the
Help
economy.
re-stimulate the economy. I mean, like this
There's-
next month. I mean, like our GDP is fucked as it is right now. It's like, I mean, if we continue this way, people are defaulting on their house loans, home loans, and people are defaulting on rent, like everything. It's like,
That's
guys,
why,
they took a break from that and then decided to do another week for the U.S. Postal Service. And I'm not saying the U.S. Postal Service isn't a huge deal.
Sucks.
It fucking absolutely sucks. It's our government mailing system, but I mean,
Well,
these people obviously do not care about the important things, and that's absolutely fucked up.
Let's talk about fucking.
They haven't made any progress.
United States Postal Service, and Trump's fucking taking all these what's it called, the sorters out or whatever the fuck it is.
EOs, executive orders.
No, these at the Postal Service. There's a fucking Trump got rid of 24,000 or something like that. Fucking
sorting machines.
Sorting machines.
Right.
But fucking if okay, that's fucking shitty. But if you go back fucking 5 years ago to when Obama was president, it's he fucking got rid of 15,000 Postal Service workers while they were making money.
I mean, I just think that we've seen the Democrats also, try and fuck with votes too. It's not just Trump. People are so mad at Trump, and it's didn't you see what your party did the last election? To try and punch it up.
Cheating,
it's two parts of a whole. Dude.
Why can't they do it without cheating, dude?
Thing.
The Republicans are helping the Democrats cheat. And then it's exactly, the Democrats are trying to help the Republicans cheat.
They're helping each other.
Why can't we just have two people go at it
and box each other?
Yeah.
No, they
Dude,
put
oh my
them in
God,
a bear.
I always forget
in a
about
ring.
this. Fucking Trump challenged Joe Biden to a boxing match.
Yes, he fucking
a long time ago.
He did.
All right, so here's the thing: if that's gonna happen, bro, it needs to be in fucking pudding.
And there needs to be a fucking medical professional there because they're both gonna go under cardiac arrest.
And a bear. There needs to be a bear in the ring as well.
Trump eats McDonald's every day, bro. That's good for the heart.
He's gonna take all of his. Diet amphetamines at once.
What do you think builds this country? Construction workers that eat McDonald's every day. That's
right on that. Get it.
Joe's gonna walk out there just
down that path.
Joe's gonna walk out there jacked on
pounds.
steroids, and he's gonna everyone's gonna bet money on Joe after he took a fucking year worth of steroids, and he's gonna get fucking tapped in the face by Trump.
It's gonna be
fall over, go and collect his millions of dollars.
It's gonna be like Rocky, and fucking Biden loses, and he's just like, Adrian, I love you.
Hell no. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so real quick, hit me with where is it? Was the topic of
Congress going on a break, taking a break
somewhere close to the word of the day? Is that what it revolves around, or did you just pick a random word?
No, it definitely revolves around the word break.
Siesta.
Recess.
Hey, who got it? I said recess way early.
You said recess.
Did you really?
You've been saying recess.
Bro, I said
am I that?
I'm pretty sure you
said
said it 5 seconds.
And I was like, bro, I haven't taken recess since the 5th grade, way early on, bro.
Oh my God, I'm so bad.
Dude,
I remember we need a producer.
I remember that happened.
Let me do it,
bro. When it was back when me and AJ were doing the podcast by ourselves, and it was literally just up to me to guess the word of the day. When he would,
you both
said it 5 times, bro.
That was the first thing you said after the fucking break was Congress is
I tried really hard to not say it.
And then you asked him, he's like, nah, man, I haven't taken recess. That was 5 seconds. I'm not
right.
even shitting you.
Yeah, that was 10 seconds in.
That's so funny. It literally was in a minute in.
I'm the only one that doesn't fucking remember that. Oh my God, I'm fucking dumb and high.
I love you.
You're only semi.
Oh God.
You're only half dumb.
Half dumb, half high.
He said you were either gonna bring Hennessy or BV, and
I bring the Hennessy's.
Yeah, Mike brings the Hennessy. If I forget,
yo, can I have a fucking? This is bitch move. I'm sorry, America.
Do you want this?
I do. I need a chaser because I'm a fucking bitch, and BV sucks.
I
care
hate
who you
it
are,
so
dude.
bad.
I hate it. I wish everyone liked Fireball. I love Fireball.
I gave that to you to chase it. I was like, why do you have my beer, you bitch?
Why do you have my
I was
beer?
like, get off my fucking can.
All right,
you
cheers to
shoot
recess.
with Todd Ray.
I can't believe I missed it. That's the third time in the last month I've missed it.
Gross.
Yeah, dude, fucking
Gross. Just gross.
I'm actually man, dude, it's hard. It's
It's just it's not. It doesn't burn at all. It's just.
I was talking about doing the producing and hosting. Not the
fuck.
shot. The shot
Oh,
didn't phase me
fuck.
at
I
all.
was the shot face.
I've got goosebumps all over my fucking body right now.
I can kind of see him in the purple light. That actually looks kind of
my
cool.
hair, you can see my hair sticking
Yeah.
up.
It's not good. It's just not good. But I mean, it's like
Yeah, the taste. It's like, come on, guys. Like, how are you one of the most like popular Canadian whiskey makers? Like,
The weird thing is,
I'd rather
I just bought
drink fucking-
$100 worth of BV.
I would rather drink.
Do you
What is
know-
it?
that's
What's
like-
the Irish?
Dude, no shit. One time, my dad. You're talking about
Yeah, you know
DeWitt's,
exactly how much
DeWalt's,
that
No,
is.
I'm
So
talking
you
about
ordered
the
a
Dewars?
Irish.
You ordered a
Dewars.
truckload.
Come on, Brandon. What does Brandon always drink?
Dewars, right?
No, it's what's the other Irish
Bullets,
whiskey?
beans, and booze,
Hey,
baby.
what's the other Irish whiskey? The
Jameson?
Jameson.
Yeah.
Jameson. Right
JMO
there.
JMO's
Wait, what
fucking
was the
hard.
first Irish whiskey you said?
I said Dewars.
Dewars. I've never heard of that.
No,
Dewars.
Dewars isn't fucking Irish.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah,
No,
I think it
so.
is.
I swear. I'm
I
looking,
think-
it.
Anyway,
I'm looking
but-
it up right
but
now.
no, my dad
You
would
got it?
literally like
Yeah,
drive to the Minnesota border and get a case of Black Velvet,
That's fucking terrible.
and then I would mix water with Pepsi.
What's the fucking ruling? Because this is gonna drive me nuts. Dewars is
Scotch
not Irish.
whiskey.
Oh shit. Okay, so
So
it's
it's
from
Scot-
Scotland. It's
Yeah.
from
Scottish
Scotland.
whiskey.
Because
Yeah.
if you are a real Scotch, fun fact, if you're a real Scotch, you have to come from Scotland.
Oh, is that where they got the name
Exactly.
Scotch? I never
Yeah,
knew
know
that.
that?
No,
Yeah, absolutely.
Never, ever. That
Absolutely.
literally
Yeah.
just popped the fucking cherry pussy in my brain.
But
A
like
brain
the
pussy.
two,
A brain
basically
cherry
the two,
pussy.
You took my brain virginity, brother.
the two main whiskeys of Ireland that people know around
Dude, I
America
want
is Jameson, and then you have Tullamore Dew.
next week. I'm gonna have a fucking soundbite that's just Hulk Hogan saying, "Brother,
hey, brother.
brother."
I mean, Jack
I was telling him.
Daniels.
Do you remember? Was it me
Like
and
a-
you, Dylan?
Jack Daniels is a sour
was it
mash.
me and you playing that
Is
game
it?
of Infected?
No, I know that.
And,
I know
Oh,
that.
yeah.
It's a-
hey, brother.
Hey, brother.
Like if you get
almost like
infected in this match, you have to say,
I
"Brother."
mean, if you
Dude,
type
we need to
in
get that game back.
top-
we need to bring
top
that
brands of
back for a
whiskey, it
night.
says
You know,
Jack Daniels.
I'm not
You're
downloading that game again.
Okay, so yeah.
let's play. We need to play Among Us. Did
So-
you play that with us?
Yeah, dude, that was he played with us.
Yeah,
too.
we
And
should play. That'd be a
Dewars is
fun
up
one.
there
We
too,
gotta
though.
bring that
I
back.
want to get it on the
James, yeah.
PC.
Fucking no, because Jack Daniels is a sour mash, so that's like a completely different type of like whiskey compared to Irish whiskey.
But they're all
It's kind of-
whiskeys.
What's that?
They're whiskeys.
I know, but like there's different. I mean, you have
My safe
bourbons,
word
you
is
have
whiskey.
fucking scotches, you have.
I
like-
mean, Crown Royal is a whiskey.
yeah, but think of the color difference between like Crown Royal and Jameson. Jameson's like a fucking golden sun, whatever, and Crown is
Golden
like
sun,
Crown
brown.
is like the the color of that wall. So like
I don't know. I'm a rum guy, dude. I like fucking dark rums.
I wish that they would make dark rum
like you
without
like Kraken
spices
and
in
shit.
it.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
favorite, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was gonna-
Cracking.
dark-
Oh
yeah,
man, I remember you
Kraken's-
got me cracking for my birthday. Whew, I'm gonna cracking this open real quick and black out on the floor.
I wish that I wasn't allergic to spices that are in spiced rum.
I know. I thought
That
about
fucking
getting. I
blows
thought about
on.
getting Captain, and I was like, I actually like Captain a lot. Straight, like it is very smooth. And then I was
Yeah.
like, wait a
I
second.
think I can do
AJ
a
will
shot
blow
of
up.
it without
Hiving up.
But at the same time, we did that last
It-
time when
you
you
know
were
what-
like, you're like, AJ, you look like shit, and I was like, do I? And I like went in the bathroom. I was like, oh my god,
Oh yeah, it's just red as
Hives
fuck.
all
What
over.
what you guys should do for the word of the day shot? Have any of you ever had the liqueur? It's a liqueur, but it's called Malort,
Is it-
and it's
Uh-uh.
in Chicago.
Nope.
Okay,
Is
so
it
this fucking thing is like a Chicago staple. It's like it's got a Chicago flag on it, but it was only back when it was like I believe it was 3 stars on the flag instead of 4 like they have now.
Yeah.
But this shit is I don't even want to tell you about it, but that's actually what you should fucking buy for your shot of the word of the day, because it fucking tastes like God and then it tastes like Hitler 2 seconds later.
That sounds way worse than what we just went through.
I know that's what
Way
I'm saying.
worse.
No, I like
Why
that.
are we-
I like the idea
It's-
of
it's the
tasting
word of the
God.
day is
I
a
could use a little
reward.
God in me, you know, dude. That's like reminds me of like liqueur. Is when you talk about liqueur, I don't know. Is that more of like I don't know if that's its own distinct thing. Is it like a
It's
sweeter
mixed.
right? Like
I always
like
think
De
of, like, the
Serona,
melon-
like De
like the
Serona is like a
melon
liqueur,
liqueurs.
I think, right? Like
What's
that's
that?
more De Serona. Jordan always drank it, like
on the
this.
rocks. Amaretto. They're lower.
Amaretto.
alcohol.
Amaretto. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe I guess
It's
maybe
lower out.
it's
Liqueurs are lower.
Like rum
alcohol
chata.
right. Okay,
volumes.
so this one is like fuck, I don't know.
Chocolate
So it
I
could be a
think it's up near
spirit.
40.
It's a
So it's-
spirit then.
Probably. but I think they labeled it as a liqueur. I don't know. If you fucking like look it up, like look up the history of this fucking shit because it is absolutely like crazy. It's been around since like 1911 or some shit, and it's only been a staple of Chicago.
That was a bad year.
You don't go to probably you don't go to a lot of like places and find this shit, but it's
not 9/11, 1911. Bro.
Oh, my bad, my bad. The one phased right by me.
No shit.
What's the liquor, Carl?
Malort. So it's
Isn't it crazy to think of how liquors have like lasted through like world wars and shit like that? Like,
absolutely. It's MOLRDT. Yeah, and it's
Malort whiskey, the Chicago favorite.
Yep.
Worst drink in the world.
Exactly.
You really ramped that up for it to fucking hit a cliff.
Tastes like God, and then it tastes like Hitler.
It tastes like God, then it finishes like Hitler.
What were the two lesbians that went over the cliff?
Bro,
that's
80 proof, dude.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I was way off.
Velma
dude.
and Luis.
That's a lot of fucking more alcohol.
Yeah, you built that shit up, and then it Velma Luis off the fucking.
Yep.
Nope, we're not doing that,
dude. I just
it's a diluted vodka or unflavored schnapps
with mugwort. I believe that's what it's brewed from.
Yeah, and it's fucking
it's
with
wormwood.
Wormwood. Yes, exactly, wormwood.
Yeah.
So it's
with
like
wormwood.
Yeah. So you know you're gonna get fucked up because that's the same thing fucking absinthe has.
Yes, but it's not.
Did I drink absinthe in Colorado at our family reunion?
Okay, hold on. The
But
real
real
absinthe
absinthe
isn't legal in America.
Yeah.
No, it was American absinthe. So it wasn't the real absinthe, but I was just like, this, like it fucked me up. But I was like, this sucks. It doesn't taste good. It tastes like fucking.
Did you do it with the sugar though?
Yeah, it literally tastes like Sambuca.
Oof. Fuck that
I can
shit.
do some Sambuca though.
Oh man,
Dude, it coats your throat like it's like the opposite of Rumple Mints.
Oh.
Well, it's like the same. It coats your throat like Rumple Mints does. Like, have you ever noticed like every other
it's
Rumple
like
Mint shot?
syrupy.
Like the first one sucks, and then the rest of them just like flow down. It coats your throat.
Dude,
But
whenever I give
it was-
people shots, it's always rumpies.
It was literally a fucking like a 12-ounce solo cup full of absinthe, and it just all tasted like that. And every drink was like, because it didn't coat your throat, but it tasted like it would. I don't know.
Oh my god, this sounds awful.
Dude, it's the worst.
Yeah, that's when you just put that.
Got you.
Imaginary drugs are the best kind of drugs. You really gotta. You have to. Oh God, what is it called?
Caught it.
Fucking can't remember it.
What were you saying? You said imagination drugs.
No, that's what I'm saying. What's the word for that? Imagination drugs. Drugs that are
Placebo.
It's a placebo drug. You got to placebo yourself.
You placebo.
Placebo.
You gotta
I like
sit,
that more.
bro.
I
You
like
gotta
placebo.
sit in that fucking race car, in that fucking box, bro, and think you're in a fucking race car. You're in just a fucking cardboard box, but you're actually in a fucking race car, dude.
Right.
So, gentlemen, I know Al just left us, but gentlemen, how do you guys feel about Congress just dipping the fanny? Is that
I don't know. Being what's it called, worker?
Official, essential, yeah.
Essential worker, it doesn't mean shit to me, dude. I feel like essential workers got gypped a little bit. If people were getting 600, if people were getting $600, everybody should have been getting $600. I mean, I'm just saying, bro, it's a fucking pandemic.
Right, but the fact that I think I believe like it's made to make, like we talked about before, I think it's made to make essential workers hate the lower class even more.
Exactly.
For getting a free ride.
That'll make me hate the lower class. That makes me hate the fucking governors and shit.
Well, right, but most people don't think like that. Most people think that they're they hate these people that are getting this free ride, and it's like, well, it's like, to me, I'm just like, my idea of it is that it's, they've obviously they do things for a reason.
Research and
they do things for a reason, and I think they're doing this whole thing for even holding people from losing their jobs. Like, who benefits from people not being able to pay their shit. Like, it's like you think that they won't be able to make their money from these people if they don't have jobs, but it's like, no, you'll make your money. You just get to make these people in the future work for less money, to where we're basically like fucking China or whatever, or wherever the sweatshops are.
Slaves,
like
bro.
we're working for such a low income, and after this, people are gonna be like, well, I mean, yeah, it sucks that we're getting less than what we were getting for minimum wage, but I mean, you know, we survived the pandemic, so you know, we just have to do what we got to do.
Dude,
we trust our president to keep us fucking safe. Fucking the Rock Johnson, you know, like he's gonna get us out of this. Like,
when I went down to fucking Texas this last year or whatever, you could go in the airport and get your shoes shined for like $3, right?
Right.
That's
a good deal.
You would think. So I went down to fucking, when I was in Mexico, the same fucking week or whatever, I could get my shoes shined for 25 cents.
And then they would even put a bump up to your nose, you know, like a shoe shine and a bump.
It's just like, dude, I mean,
chicken and corn,
a coat brush and a line.
I don't know. Shit just gets fucking weird. I don't know. It's capitalism is a good thing because it's whatever somebody will pay, you know?
Supply and demand. That's what it's based off of.
And like, that's what I don't understand.
But right now,
about,
it feels like supply and command.
That's what I don't understand about ANCAP compared to ANCOM. You know, I'm definitely ANCOM.
I feel like the way it's going, like metropolitan area, like we don't see the full effect in where we live because it's a low populated state, low populated area. But it's like I try to think of it. So my two visions of what's going on in like high populated areas, like, and we're not even talking in the Midwest. Like, I mean, Detroit's always been a fuckhole.
I mean, Minnesota
Minnesota
right now is fucking crazy.
Yeah, but like I'm talking about like New York City, LA, like where if the Electoral College shuts down, that's where the president gets chosen. Areas like that.
Okay.
Like I'm thinking like, holy shit! Like I've heard stories of it in LA. It seems like it's the zombie apocalypse without any zombies. It's just people just beating and shooting people.
Yeah.
To an extent that they weren't doing that before.
I mean,
and then
I'll tell you what, like I keep my fucking shit strapped up. I don't give a fuck. My shit's at my house. Fucking.
Right, yeah, no, but I'm saying like in that scenario, like in it seems like you guys remember the show Daybreak? Oh my god!
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Are you 13-year-old AJ?
More like
boy.
More like voice break.
Daybreak.
I love it.
Yeah, but like the Daybreak, like it literally some of the shit that I hear that's coming out of like LA County and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Stuff around that area. It sounds like Daybreak. I just did it again.
Daybreak.
Can I not say that fucking word?
Try it one more
Daybreak. Daybreak.
See, I don't know. The weird thing about it is I've got cousins and shit that live in fucking, you know, in
Texas,
California,
Mexico, California.
in California right now, you know, and they, I don't know.
Outside of the huge communities is fine.
They work at home. So
yeah.
I mean, they're able to do whatever they keep doing. But yeah, they do like post a lot of pictures of, dude. The
shit's not right.
Tent cities, bro. Tent fucking cities.
Yeah, it's because the man. I'm not even gonna go into.
That's happening in our local area right now too.
Really, we're at
Cedar Rapids.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's because of the storm, though.
It is. I mean,
it's a little bit.
But
different.
isn't that weird?
But I mean, like the whole thing by that is they're worried of looting. So like the whole story is, well, yeah, like and a lot of like, I mean, the whole.
Do we need to go up there and start looting?
I mean, I need to know. I need some stuff.
My bad. I'm not very good at making decisions.
I need some things. Michael, you and I talk after the show because I need some stuff.
I need a new 72-inch TV.
I mean, like a lot of the buildings, like especially like a lot of apartment buildings down there got condemned because of the damage that ensued, mainly to like the roof and everything like that.
Oh yeah.
They got condemned, so the people actually had to move out, but they're worried about leaving their shit there because they think looters are going to come and steal their stuff. So they literally started building. I mean, they all pitched tents outside this fucking building to like live in for the time being, to defend it for themselves, just because of the chaos that's going down there. I mean, like, still thousands of people don't have power. It's been a week.
I'd be chilling next to my crib too.
For sure, absolutely. Like that's absolutely backyard, like that's instinctual defense for you and your property and your well-being, and your family, and everything.
Even though I
that's like that's primal shit.
Possibly
even though I ain't got no fucking power, you can still live in your crib, bro.
Absolutely, and a lot of people are still doing that. But it's like the people that got drove out because the city condemned it. It's like, you legally can't live in this because it's so
bullshit.
bad.
What you gonna do?
Exactly.
You're gonna send the cops in that are already getting fucked up by the fucking looters and shit? Fuck you. And you're gonna come over to me and I got fucking green tips?
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say. I'll send the green tips right through your car.
Man, fuck.
It's a sketchy, but that's just a local weather problem that we've had. Like
and it hasn't got.
What do they call it? A derecho?
It's called pronounced derecho.
A derecho.
Derecho.
A despacito.
Is that the name of the storm?
No, that is that's Justin Bieber's fucking hit single, bro.
Oh fuck, my bad.
No, it's a pronounced derecho, and actually there was it's a weather phenomenon. They're not regular by any means. Like, there's not like thousands of them a year. Where to the point where it's like, oh, it's a thunderstorm. No, it's a derecho. It's a very, I believe the definition is 200-mile long thunderstorm that has straight line winds in excess of 70 miles an hour.
What do you think about fucking? Okay, so you got the Earth right here, and it's fucking
spinning around 1,000 miles an hour.
No, well, I'm talking about kind of more of its gravitational pull, right?
Okay.
And you got another fucking planet. I don't know, planet. Like, maybe not a planet. Maybe it's a fucking
moon.
Something coming in and affecting
the gravitational pull of the seas.
Yeah, exactly. And
that's what the moon does.
And that's what does the weather. What if there's another moon coming in, or maybe Nibiru or whatever the fuck, if you guys listen to all that shit?
We've had like
the moon affects high tides.
Yeah. So what happens if there's something that's coming closer to the gravitational pull that has a bigger gravitational pull?
Well,
I feel like it would be public knowledge at this point, because science doesn't really care about government.
I mean, if you were to Google up Nibiru or whatever, dude, it's kind of fucking. They fucking try to push that down really hard.
Yeah,
I don't know if I'm saying it right.
I'm not sure if like any outside ourselves.
Sounds like you're saying Jar Jar Binks to me.
Outside our solar system and like our actual like planetary orbit space, we've had things come and go throughout the years, and not like I don't really think it's caused by gravitational pull by the seas, but I mean the climate change thing, if we're going to want to go back to that for a second, because like that's honestly what is coming if the greenhouse effect continues. That's these storms are going to be becoming more and more prominent.
So if there's a hole in our fucking atmosphere, why is
there's not anymore, dude. There's not after COVID, dude. I'm not even kidding, dude. Like the ozone layer.
Why, you think dolphins were back in fucking Venice or what?
You heard it here first. Build your houses underground.
Because that was
hold on. I was kind of gone. What did you say? You said COVID healed the hole in the, just because people stopped driving around so much?
All the factories shut down. Nobody was driving.
All the factories shut down, and gas went down from fucking $2.87 to fucking like $1.95
because it was not a necessity anymore. Nobody needed to drive.
Exactly.
Man.
It's only necessary people have to drive.
Yeah,
That's
bro.
It's
And that's fucked up that the
That
police
it's-
was still fucking with those necessary people.
Dude, me and Bueller were talking about this the other day, and or literally last night, maybe it was Saturday, and we were just like, he was like, it's nice to see nature strike back.
yeah.
And I was like, that's the realest thing I've heard in a while.
Oh, for sure.
No,
Just outside of playing video games and doing the show where we talk about
we needed a humbling.
it's just like,
Not that,
dude, for real, like it might be a possibility that nature struck back.
We were getting a little too cocky as
dude,
our species,
the
man.
thing about it is, bro, I don't know. I know I added you to that fucking Tartaria group, but like, bro,
I love those posts, by the way. I love all of the
how
posts
many-
from that.
How many fucking things have been hidden underneath the fucking sands of time? You know, like
There's a lot of information
There's
on
so
that
much
shit.
shit.
There's a lot of
it's
information
buried,
on
bro.
that shit.
Have you ever seen
It's
the
so
movie
crazy.
Sahara?
Yeah,
Yes.
with Matthew
Matthew
McConaughey.
Yeah.
That movie
my
is
favorite,
my
boy.
boy, bro. One of my,
My
favorite
boy.
movies. That movie is so
My boy
good.
Matthew
That movie,
McConaughey.
and what's the
Didn't go to Epstein's Island. He's my boy.
what's the that's what gives me hope for him and the other guy are huge friends. The guy from Zombieland. He's one of my favorite fucking
Woody
actors.
Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson. Yes.
Didn't go
love
to
him.
Epstein's Island. What's up?
I know
Yeah.
him and fucking Matthew have been friends forever, dude. And
Bro,
like I'm like,
I saw fucking a video of fucking Matthew McConaughey and Snoop Dogg going through the drive-thru, bro.
yeah.
At McDonald's, dude, and they were like, Matthew McConaughey's just like doing his, his little sexy voice thing.
All right.
And fucking, all right. And Snoop Dogg fucking once
It's
they
weird
get up
hearing
there,
it from like 4 people at a time.
yeah, once Snoop Dogg gets up to the fucking window, he's like, and dude, the bitch is just like, it's fucking crazy, dude.
Bro, yeah. What's that girl's name though in Sahara? She's the girl that's always I believe it's the girl that's
She's
always
the doctor
the
bitch.
she's always the what do you call it? The person from she's Spanish. She's from Zoolander 2. She's like the main chick, I think. I can't remember.
Never seen it.
Maybe
I'm gonna look it up.
Zoolander. I'm sorry. Zoolander 2 was
Just look up Sahara. It'd be quicker.
IMDb that shit.
I don't know, man, but fucking, there's so much shit hidden in the desert that we don't know about.
You right on that.
Dude, could you imagine if someone was like, I found the Sphinx's nose?
Nah, dude, people took that shit off.
I found it on Alex.
bro. Yeah, I don't know. That movie's
Penelope
dope, though.
Cruz.
Penelope Cruz.
Penelope
yes.
Cruz. Oh my god, that chick is so fucking hot.
Oh,
She was
my
in the
God,
fucking. She was in
bro.
Pirates 4.
Yeah, dude. That movie was
Penelope Cruz. Have you never
Yo,
seen it?
William Macy
saw
was
the
in
three.
fucking that.
Wait, what?
William Macy
Oh,
from
yeah.
fucking
Shameless and shit.
from Shameless
Yeah.
was in Sahara, bro.
Steve Zahn, though.
Oh, you
Steve
almost got
Zahn
one.
is
Sorry.
fucking.
Almost got my
Steve Zahn.
That
I
guy's
love
fucking
Steve Zahn,
hilarious.
bro.
That guy's fucking hilarious.
You like grab my whole
Yo.
fucking.
I did not know he was in that.
That's crazy.
Penelope Cruz is so hot.
Oh my god.
This is
yeah,
where we
Penelope
end this
Cruz.
episode. We
Yeah.
can go
Yeah,
burn,
Penelope Cruz.
Burn some
if you
wood.
listen to
Go
this,
burn some wood.
Yeah,
have
let's
a
go
fire.
burn some wood.
You're
Emma
my
said
girl,
she's bringing me
Penelope Cruz.
Subway. If anyone needs Subway,
Yo,
I'd
hit her up.
you need Subway? What do you need?
Italian herbs and cheese, or are you doing it wrong? Just
Yeah,
saying.
dude. All right, so I'll take you after this.
Oh, bet. Yeah. Thanks for joining us on another episode of the
That's
Who
what
Really
I
Knows
need from
on the Who Really Knows podcast here live on Monday.
Subway edition.
Subway. We're not affiliated with Jared anymore. Don't worry.
All right, boys and girls and everything in between. Thanks for joining us for another episode of the WRK podcast. We ask the questions, but at the end of the day, who really knows? As always, I'm your host, AJ, with my good friends Dylan and Michael. And yeah, we're again joined by, if you made it to this point, you should follow him on Twitter because he earned it. Alileo, my good friend, my old roommate.
My good friend as well, Galileo. Super happy to have a new good buddy.
Dude,
you
a
know,
new friend, dude. You don't get
Yeah,
too many
follow
new
him
friends,
on
bro.
Twitter under Alileo _ That's it.
Yeah, appreciate you guys letting me on here. It's always fun. Love you, boys.
He's a beautiful young man.
Love everyone too.
So are you.
But before you leave this podcast, make sure you hit up our Twitter at Deborah K Pod, Instagram at Deborah K Podcast, and hit up our Patreon page, patreon.com/Deborah K Pod. And after you've done that, hit up our website, www.deborahkpodcast.com. And yeah, I guess that's about it. We will catch you in the future or the past, depending on when you click on this.
Time is relative.
Yeah, time is relative.
Time is not relative to anything, actually. All right, what do you All right, I gotta take it.